Hello guys, today I just want us to have a discussion based on the content that I made about the issues of the generations of chicken that the farmers are rearing. So for those who have not watched the video yet, it's on YouTube, and we just wanted to have a discussion on what is happening on the ground where farmers are rearing chicken, and mostly the improved kienyeji, the biggest culprit. And we've received so many complaints about what is happening on the ground, and we feel it wasn't good, and that's why I put up the content just to share so that people can get to know exactly what is happening on the ground. So the issue was farmers were complaining that they're not getting the value for money from the chicken they're doing. So one of the most prevalent complaint was that we're buying these chicks at a very high cost, rearing them with the best standards possible, but then we're not getting the output, the products that we expect from them. For example, somebody that is rearing the improved kienyeji for meat, we've had complaints that some of the chicken don't put on the weight as expected, and if somebody is feeding those birds at the right standard and good management practices, and then by 4 or 5 months still the birds have not gained enough weight for them to go to the market, then that is a scam. Also, we have farmers complaining that despite them buying chicks labeled improved kienyeji breeds, there's an incident where the farmer has to stay with the birds for even 8 months for them to even to begin laying. So those are the discussion points that necessitated the content on generations of chicken that we are rearing. So just to give you a snippet maybe of that video, and I don't say that it has sparked controversy, but it has just elicited discussions, and we've had discussions with key players in the poultry value chain, in the government side, and also some of the specialists and even the farmers. And most of them are in coherence that this is something that needs to be discussed, and people need to know the truth. So in Kenya, I believe we don't have genetic materials for poultry. Most of them are imported from Asia, from Europe, from China. So apart from the kienyeji chicken, the local kienyeji, we don't have any other material that you can fully say that it's ours. We had one that is in the pipeline, was in the pipeline. We are not sure where it is. I won't mention the brand, but you won't find that material easily because we don't have even agents doing marketing of that product. So the most dominant improved kienyeji breeds in the market, the genetic material is outsourced from abroad. And so we can't claim fully ownership of the genetic potential. But then when we have these breeds on the ground, we have to tell the farmers the truth about them. So most of the certified hatcheries are doing a good job, and I'll give it to them because they're following the procedures that need to be done. And that's why I always recommend that let's source the chicks from certified hatcheries where all procedures and all standards have been met. So back to the discussion today. So I only have 3 key points just to try to explain why I made that content. Discussions with people and farmers also who are doing incubation at the farm level, and most of them are not happy with how I framed the content, but I'm not here to maybe trying to maybe explain or trying to get away from the point of interest that I was trying to pass to the general society. But my sentiments remain the same. I don't support the hatching and incubation at the farm level where we lack consistency and we lack quality that comes from those hatcheries that are not certified. So I have 3 key points that I'm going to discuss today, and I'll just be beating around them in a nutshell so that we get to understand the point at which I'm coming from. So the first bit that I discourage the issue of sourcing chicks from non-certified hatcheries is the issue of traceability. We've come to a time and age where farmers and consumers need to understand the product they are buying. For example, in the market, actually, improved kienyeji of all breeds, we have 5 main brands in Kenya that I mentioned in the video. So most of them are retailing at around 105, 110, 115 shillings, and that is the standard price that all the day-old chicks are retailing at the moment. So if a farmer wants to do commercial farming and then he or she buys chicks from an uncertified hatchery at 110 shillings, let's say per chick, but then this chick lacks traceability. This chick is probably even an F3 or an F4. a very inferior generation. So the farmer takes the birds to the farm. The birds are very high mortality, poor health, poor feed conversion, and then you end up complaining because you're not getting the number of eggs that you desired. You're not getting the eggs at the right time. You're not getting even the meat at the right time. So you end up in losses, and you keep castigating maybe the poultry industry. But then the truth be told is that you've not actually done your due diligence to know the kind of chicks or generation of chicken that you're dealing with. So it will be prudent enough. The first bit, if you have to do hatching at the farm level, then make sure that you're going to service the farmers with breeds that can be traceable. What happens on the ground is that I've been working with the farmers for quite some time, and I know what happens. Farmers source eggs from any source, any kind. Somebody has an incubator and they want to incubate eggs, so they will get 30 eggs from somebody doing local kienyeji, another 50 eggs from somebody doing improved kienyeji, and even some even go to an extent of putting in the layer eggs in the incubators. So whatever comes out there, because as the chicks is not a breed that you can trace, you cannot attach that breed to any specific breed, because these are process of inbreeding and mixing. The other thing that is very important for anybody to do hatching, or for anybody to be certified to do commercial hatching, you must prove that you have a breeding stock, or a source that you get legit breeding eggs or hatching eggs that have been produced in the safest way possible, considering all the protocols that are needed in management. So it's something that needs to be looked at. The other point that discourage sourcing these chicks from an uncertified hatchery is the issue of health. The health for the birds and also the health for humans. We have those diseases that can be passed from generation to the next generation. And what happens actually when everything is in order, the birds are vaccinated against such diseases. And we have even very serious diseases that are zoonotic, that can be transferred from livestock products to humans. We have diseases like salmonellosis, which is very dangerous. And for the breeders' flock are always vaccinated against such diseases. But the vaccines are not available. They are not locally available. So for you to run a hatchery, maybe in a setup where you cannot access vaccines like for salmonella, vaccines for coryza, vaccines for marex, that's just predisposing people into health problems, and also predisposing the farmers to challenges, because the birds, if they're not vaccinated for those diseases, and which is mostly done at the hatchery and the breeder level, then chances of the bird surviving at the end is very low. So we have the specialized vaccines that mostly the certified hatcheries can access, and they can do them either at the breeder farm level or at the hatchery level, which is not the case for people that are doing hatching at the backyard. So the other bit is that there's this issue of negative crossbreeding and also inbreeding, because you get these chicks, probably you've gotten them from a certified company, and then you rear them, and then you consider it as your breeding stock. You know, these are brothers and sisters that have been raised together with the same genetic materials, and then you breed them again. So what you're doing is that you're just trying to propagate those negative traits that are in the birds to stand out in the next generation. So we have those recessive genes that you stimulate, and then whatever comes out as the offsprings that you sell to the farmers, the F2s, the F3s, the F4s, and whatever, you don't expect so much productivity. So my parting shot in this discussion is that I'm not against farmers doing hatching and incubations at their setups. But what I'm trying to drive at is, as you do that, ensure that you furnish the farmers with the right information. Tell them this is an F2, F3 generation, F4 or F5 or whatever that I'm selling to you. And the cost also for an F2, F3, they should not be the same cost as whatever the certified hatcheries are selling at the F1 generation form. So because the level of productivity you expect from an F2, F3 or F4 is quite low. And even production parameters like mortality, very high mortalities, survivability, very low. So get this chick to the farmer at the price that is worth whatever you're selling. Don't hoodwink the farmers. The other bit that I'll close with, just to for those who are doing maybe the backyard hatching, ensure the farmer has the correct information on whatever they are purchasing. And then when you are any hatchery that hatches chicks, as you're giving out the chicks to the farmers, there are two very important things that you have to attach to them as you give to the farmers. So if you have decided to do the hatching, also come up with a proper vaccination schedule that the farmers are going to follow once the chicks are sold to them. So give them a vaccination schedule that you have designed, because you are in this breeding space, which is very delicate, which is very important, because people are investing a lot of money to buy those chicks, to do the rearing. So also on your end, as a hatcher, ensure that you also invest in a way that you can promote these farmers with the right vaccination schedule. The other bit is that because this breed that you've created, we don't know about it. You've mixed every breed. You've mixed improved kienyeji and specs of improved kienyeji from other companies. You've mixed maybe the kienyeji itself. You've mixed with some layers and whatever. So whatever comes at the end is a breed that we cannot attach maybe a title or a name to. So also provide the farmer with the right feeding regime program, because for you to leave something to the market, it's your product. Package it in a way that the end user is going to use it conveniently. So for the farmer, if you're not going to be questioning the source of your day-old chicks, I think that is up to you, because it's a business and so much is at stake. Actually, a lot of input is being poured in a sector where farmers are being hoodwinked and they're not getting their value for money. So ensure that you question the source of where you get your chicks, and from that source, make sure that you are given a feeding program that resonates to the growth profile of that chicken. And also ensure that you're given a vaccination schedule and a health profile, and also the history of the birds. And also ask about this breed. What is this breed? I know you've mixed a lot, and whatever has come from the end, I want to know the specific breed that I can touch this. So such questions will help you to I know what is happening in the market. So my video on the generations wasn't meant to spur any controversy. It wasn't meant to get anybody out of business, but it was just to act as an eye-opener for the people who are want to do serious farming, poultry farming. So thanks a lot also for keeping tabs in the content that we always do, and I hope you enjoy. So I'd just like to urge you to keep the conversation going. Let's have discussions offline, online, in the comment section, based on what you feel about whatever I've just aired out. So for those who have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, kindly ensure that you subscribe and also follow our pages. But key to it is that if you need any services, consultancy services, I think we are available and we're ready to work with you. So thank you very much, and God bless you.